In this video, I will do a full tour and review of this Banks Outdoors Stump 4 Pro Series Whitetail Edition hunting blind. Banks Outdoors is located in Cannon Falls, Minnesota. They manufacture several different types of hunting blinds, feeders, and other related hunting products. I am not a dealer, nor do I have any monetary incentive from the manufacturer to produce this video. So this review is completely unbiased and based on my personal experience from having spent many hours hunting in it with different weather conditions and different weapons. I am not able to provide a retail price for this blind, but after doing a little research, you could expect to spend anywhere from $3,000 for the Stump 4 Phantom blind, just the blind, or as much as $5,000 for the fully accessorized Pro Series version such as this, if you also choose to include the metal tower and porch ladder. This blind is made of a durable, molded polyethylene that has a matte, weathered wood exterior finish, which I really like because it'll blend in well in most any wooded setting. The blind has a metal ladder from the manufacturer, but it is elevated on treated 4x4 posts, which I will get into a little bit later on. We used a green plastic snow fence to help temporarily screen our exit and entry until an adequate vegetative screen can be established around it. It may be ugly, but it's durable and it's a lot less expensive than camouflage netting. The door latch keeps the door shut very securely and it can be locked, but it's nearly impossible to open quietly as an unfortunate result. The door feels heavy and opens smoothly. There is a rubber seal all the way around the door opening to help keep the wind out and your scent in. There's an operating window towards the top of the door. Here's a closer look at the door latching system. The design of it is exceptional, but the rollers and rod have some play when unlatched and it rattles around. I don't have an idea to easily fix this. Do you? If so, please comment below. There is a door pocket on the lower half of the door, and it's holding the curtain kit right now. These curtains are black on one side, camouflage on the other. They're kind of a canvas plastic material, and they have magnets incorporated into the corners of them. And there are also magnets attached to the wall above every window. In this case, it's the door. So it's pretty easy to just connect the magnets and it holds the curtain in place very well. Now, I wouldn't claim these curtains to be completely silent because of the material that they're made of, but they can be put up and taken down pretty quietly because you're not dealing with any snaps or Velcro. And now going inside. This blind is spacious. It's 77 inches wide at the floor, 80 inches high to the ceiling. It has the foam egg crate insulation and sound deadener on the walls all the way around. I'm over 6 feet tall and I can stand up without hitting my head, and it's a long way before I would hit my head. There are bow hangers mounted into the ceiling on the left and the right. All windows in this blind are vertical except for the one in front, which is horizontal, and there is a bit of a shelf above it. And then this model comes equipped with the shelf below the window as well as a light underneath that shelf. You can see that all of the windows have several hinges and a ridiculous amount of latches. And I'm assuming the idea here is to keep them sealed up real tight, trying to keep your scent contained inside the blind and from having a force of wind blow them open. I have found that while I'm hunting in there, I open all of the latches except for one so that if you do need to open a window quickly, you're not fidgeting with like 8 latches. This blind offers a pretty darn nice panoramic view. These windows are not glass, they are acrylic, and they do have a light tint to them. The horizontal window in front is the only one that hinges upward, but it is nice that when you flip it up, it stays up without any additional latching required. All of the vertical windows hinge inward, and all of the windows open and close very quietly. It's quite impressive. One thing I do not really care for is that you cannot open them interchangeably. Some windows end up opening in front of others so that you must close one to open another. I'm not completely sure on this, but I believe most Banks blinds come with this 1/2 inch foam pad on the floor, which is pretty helpful for sound deadening and also insulating the floor, which helps keep your feet a little warmer on those cold days. And now going outside and hopping underneath, the base of the frame is actually metal. It's a metal chassis, and it has 4 of the elevator bracket pockets for 4x4 posts. It's built right into the metal frame. The underside of the wooden floor is treated with some sort of weatherproof coating. And then the framework has holes drilled in it in which you can run the cable to anchor it down to the ground. The cable and the anchor come as accessories with this particular package. And so to summarize, after a couple of seasons hunting out of it, including some full day sits, the pros and cons. I'm going to do the cons first. The rattling door latch system is a big con when you're trying to open that door quietly in the dark and get out at the end of the day. The rattling is kind of a nuisance from that door system. The other thing is the windows that open in front of one another inside. It's not a huge con, but it is a little bit annoying when you can't just freely open any window if you already have windows open. The biggest con though is hunting in the heat. If it's hot outside, it is a sauna in this thing. You just have to prepare to wear a t-shirt at most if it seems like it's north of 75 degrees in there, and especially if the sun's out. It just gets downright hot in there, and I try to avoid hunting out of it altogether on those hot days. The only way you really could stand it is if you are able to open all of windows and you just can't worry about trying to contain your scent. One other con might be that the blind is going to be pretty heavy. It is going to take a skid steer or a tractor, probably a 50 horse or more, to elevate this thing. I feel that the pros outweigh the cons, and mostly because of the space. I really like how much space, how much room there is in there. You can spin around on that office chair with a bow, a compound bow drawn back, and just feel like you're never going to hit your elbows on anything. I do like that there's so many windows that you can shoot basically in any direction that you want. It's very quiet between the foam on the walls and the floor and just being contained in there. And I feel concealed when I'm sitting in there. And the add-ons are nice too, the shelves, and especially the bow hangers from the ceiling. That is a really well thought out idea. Would I recommend that you buy this for yourself for hunting? Absolutely. I think overall it's just a really solid blind. It all depends on whether it's in your price range or not. But if you don't want to deal with building your own and you want something that's going to last probably forever, then I would say this is a really good blind to purchase. Hey, I appreciate that you watched this video all the way to the end. Your viewership is important to me, and if you haven't liked this video and subscribed to my channel yet, please do so, and I will see you in the next video.